What's up, guys? Welcome back to 20,000 Films Under the Sea. I'm your host, DJ, and tonight we are going to give you our spoiler-free review of 2025 Superman by James Gunn. It's going to be such a blast. We can't wait for you to enjoy the conversation we're going to have with this movie. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Oh, what is up, Fish Fam? We are back. We, as in me, Xander, and Devin, we are back with 20,000 Films. Speaking of, I'm going to allow these two, my bestest friends, to introduce themselves. Xander, how are you doing today, brother?
Doing good. It's finally Friday. It's the weekend. I can chillaxinate. It's been a long, dreadful week as per usual in the United States of America because guess what? We live in a fascist society. But that's everyone knows that. But yeah, no, we made it another week.
Hell yeah,
Yay.
absolutely. Absolutely. We did make it another week, and I'm proud of us. I'm proud of us. I'm also proud of this man. We got Devin, Brevin the dude. How are you doing today, brother?
You're proud of me?
Yeah, man. Always proud. I'm proud
Dude,
of
you
all
can
my
make him
guys.
cry.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm doing all right. Doing all right.
Crying's for
Work today.
women.
On my day off. Look, I'm like I'm getting tan, guys. I'm getting
He's
tan.
getting tan.
I'm
Who
getting
knew it was
tan.
possible?
You want to see this farmer's tan though? Like, look at that difference.
Oh, wow.
Look at that.
This guy got seared on one side.
For audio listeners, he is showing his arm and twisting it, and there's a significant difference in his forearm versus his bicep.
So how you
there you go.
determine
You're
this?
welcome.
If you're listening right now, there's like a little flap right here, like up towards the upper part of your earlobe. If you like twist it at a certain angle, you'll be able to see what we're talking about. So rewind back 30 seconds. Wait until that time, and then tweak your ear that way, and then you'll be able to see it.
Is that scientifically proven?
I mean, I have a theoretical degree in scientifics.
I mean, honestly, that's good enough. I mean, we have RFK as our head of Department of Health, so it makes sense.
I mean, I think he's doing a great job. We hope you're doing a great job because this is 20,000 Films Under the Sea, your choice for all the nerdy pop media news, reviews, and discussions you want each and every week. You want to keep the lights on, cameras rolling, you can head on over to our patreon.com/goodkrakenpods, where you can submit questions and topics to the show, get exclusive, I repeat again, exclusive content, and have early access to episodes before they go live on podcast and video services wherever you like to watch or listen.
Listen.
But if you've emptied your pockets for the latest and greatest in entertainment, that's cool with us. You can join the GK community on our Discord channel by clicking the link down in our description section below, hitting follow and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube, then subscribing to our podcast channel by searching 20,000 Films Under the Sea. That's 2 with 4 zeros after it, Films Under the Sea, and leaving a review there.
Ooh.
Devin.
What's up?
Oh, we have some director's commentary. New episodes of The Shipwreck Show and Death Ratio are live now. Shipwreck Show, I forgot what we talked about. I'm gonna be real.
Wow, dude. We talked about friendship.
Oh,
male
yeah.
friendship, man.
Sorry, I have like selective amnesia.
Same though. Same.
It's more like, you know, when
How dare you disrespect my show.
when you're playing the game, right? When you're playing like an RPG, you gotta like allocate skill points to like certain things, and you have like, you know, like this where I'm at right now. I gotta pull out Jenga pieces of like memories intact, right? And I gotta like switch them around. It's like my mind is
Fair.
a
Fair.
big game of Jenga. Death ratio. You guys talked about Mecha Break. Garrick and Devin
sir.
and Xander. Talk about Mecha Break, the next big Gooner game.
Yeah, Devin was of poor voice that night, so he was our man behind the scenes.
Dude, my voice was shot for like, I don't know if you could tell on Monday it was like pretty shot,
Yeah.
but Tuesday it was shot, and even today, like
It's
my
like
voice isn't fully there.
It's like when you work out and like the day after isn't that bad, but then the next
third day, especially
after,
leg
that's
day,
like,
when it's leg day, dude, it's
dude,
it's fucked.
the third day after
fucked.
leg day, you're just a newborn deer, just like, ugh.
Dude, I remember one time I went so hard in the gym, like I fell down 8 times in my house. Like, because every time, like if my hips buckle, like I'm going straight down. Okay, there's nothing keeping
Lord
me
help
up.
me.
It's nothing keeping me
one
up.
time-
Oh, no. Yeah, no, I feel that.
One time I remember like working out so hard, and this was back when I was doing construction, and I was at work and I was trying to get in my work truck, and I had to like grab my pants to like lift my leg to like put my leg.
Oh gosh,
in the
I've been there.
truck.
Yeah. You're just listening like,
Yeah.
oh,
Oh, Ernell
Yep.
sent me a message. He's got me. He's got
You
me
ever-
his right.
you
He sent
ever-
his right
you ever-
in. Sent his right in. It was very
oh,
short.
we got the right in.
You got the right in.
I was
Okay.
gonna say, you ever work out too hard to the point where it's like you just sit in your car for a solid like 15 and 30 minutes, just like waiting.
Dude, I did
Just
that
like,
today, man. I just literally sat there, looked at my phone. Well, I was playing games on my phone, but I was like, you know, I just didn't want to. I didn't want to leave yet.
You're playing Uma Musume?
Yeah, bro. Always, I'm on the fucking. Dude, it's a
He
cheat
loves
during.
it.
Dude, it's an absolute cheat during cardio, dude. That 15 minutes felt like 5. I was deep in it. It was such a cardio cheat. Oh man.
I just use music.
I use music too, but I use music and I'm playing the game. So
It's got to be a certain BPM for me.
No, that's real.
I find a lot of songs
Real
where like
skill.
the drum pattern is usually like my footsteps are on time with the music.
I use the seated bike. You know what I'm saying? I use the seated bike. You know?
Okay.
That's my preferred cardio mode.
I've been wanting to use a row machine more.
Yeah, I think a row machine. I might try the row machine.
My cardio is
Dude,
just working.
it gets intense.
Like we're going camping?
I said my cardio is just working.
No, I said like because you said intense, like you're doing cardio intense.
Well, with that, what are we actually talking about tonight?
Well, I was gonna say since Ernell gave me a write in, Ernell's gone. He's not here. He actually
He ditched us.
He actually
went
went
to go
into
get
a
milk and never came back.
went into a pocket dimension that we have synthesized here at Good Kraken Pods.
Yep.
And he's stuck there right now. We can't really get him out without risking creating a
Well,
black hole.
I don't want him to get out. I put him there.
Well, it was a collective
Did he
effort to put
write
it.
a
It was
bad
like
blog about you?
it was a consensus vote. We all raised our hands at the table.
Why do you
I
think
did.
I'm on the unclassiest podcast out of GK right now?
Yeah,
That's fair.
you guys are on the
That's
classiest,
fair.
the better podcast,
No.
the GK podcast.
It's not the
network.
classiest podcast.
It's
just
definitely the
best
classiest.
GK
Definitely
podcast.
classiest, the most sophisticated, absolutely the most demure,
Yeah, the most
very
demure.
cutesy. But yeah, Ernell's gone. We don't know where he went. He's actually just on vacation. But
I know where he went.
be on the lookout for our next big review. It's not going to be next week, but the week after next week, it's going to be Fantastic Four.
This is me stretching to grab you. each and every one of our
Whoa.
viewers. I'm grabbing your shoulder. I'm grabbing your shoulder. You seem tense.
For all of our viewers, you can
tense.
definitely get a restraining order against Xander if you need it.
I mean, okay. Let me back up.
Yeah, back up just a little bit, man.
If you consent to the shoulder massage, it's here for you.
Okay, there you go. That's better.
There you go.
And yeah, I mean, it's good. It's good that we're asking for consent. That's a big thing people forget. When you ask
Consent
to touch somebody,
is sexy.
Consent is sexy, man. Because I'm a big hugger. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta be like, hey, man, are you cool being touched right now, or you want to hug? Then I go in. Then I get free reign. There's some huggers out there that they don't know boundaries, man. They don't know boundaries. And that whole spiel was my monologue, because that's what we're going into next. This is all the hit movies and shows that are releasing from today's dated recording through next week, which is next Friday, July 18th.
Sure.
There's not a lot going on. I was trying to look. I didn't really see anything. So besides today, Superman, you can watch a Superman. We're going to talk about it today. Nothing from here until then. There's some like small shows and movies, limited releases. So I don't know if you guys are interested in that. But next Friday, July 18th, it is I Know What You Did Last Summer. It's a reboot coming to theaters.
Reboot / spiritual successor in a way, because I know Jennifer Love Hewitt is returning for that.
Yeah.
Reprising her role from the original.
Yeah, something like that. You also have Smurfs.
Yeah.
Rihanna's in it, I think. I think I saw Rihanna's in it.
I didn't even know that.
You guys want to see Smurfs?
Forgot about that IP. No,
dude,
I actually hate Smurfs. I actually hate that IP. I've always disliked it.
Yeah,
even as
the
a kid.
franchise just needs to end. I've never seen the appeal personally.
Well, they're blue.
Main villain has a really big nose, feels kind of insensitive to people with big noses.
It's a cool cat.
Fair.
Not cool, but it's a cat. Eddington comes to theaters as well on July 18th.
So that looks interesting.
That looks really good.
Actually.
A24.
That looks really good.
What's his name?
Pedro
is in
Pascal,
it?
Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah, Joaquin, my guy.
What's his name from Dune Part 2?
Oscar Isaac.
No.
That was Dune Part 1.
Austin Butler.
I'm blanking on his name. Austin Butler, yes. I was gonna say
Elvis.
I'm surprised I didn't mention him during our most punchable celebrities.
He does
episode.
have a punchable face.
Or did I?
He does have a
I
punchable
like
face.
Austin Butler.
I like him,
Austin
but
Butler.
he has a punchable face. He has a punchable face.
So
Emma
I grew
Stone's
up with him.
Also in that too.
Yes, Emma Stone's in that. But I grew up with Austin Butler in the era of Disney Channel, where he was always that pretentious douchebag popular kid.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've kind of carried that with don't get me wrong, I've seen that he is a phenomenal actor. I will admit he's a phenomenal actor, but it's just it's how Garrick is with Glenn Powell. There's something about him, just if I see him, I just want
yeah, if anything came out that was bad about him, you would feel vindicated, but there's nothing yet.
100%.
Yeah.
I just I knew it.
That wraps up the monologue. There's nothing really else going on besides us.
Yeah.
But Xander, what do we got going on next for the people?
No,
it's not. Well, it's the big thing. It's the big thing. You can, you don't have to.
It's the big thing. It's the big thing. Yeah, I know. Trust me, I know it's the big thing. Let me load the big thing.
Well, I mean, I
gotta load the big thing.
I don't.
The big thing,
I feel like
we have. It's the final cut.
Oh yeah. That was good. That's good. The final cut is our headlining segment where we cover big topics in the movie and entertainment industry, and or movie review, spoiler free for you and today and tonight and the following however many long years after you've watched this. This is a Superman spoiler free review. This is the 2025 version. Directed by James Gunn. So this is Superman must reconcile his alien Kryptonian heritage with his human upbringing as reporter Clark Kent, as the embodiment of truth, justice, and the human way he soon finds himself in a world that views these as old-fashioned. This movie was released today, as of this recording, July 11th, 2025. It's directed by James Gunn. You know him from the Guardians of the Galaxy series, Peacemaker, The Suicide Squad.
That's key.
Yeah, very, very key. It has a the in front of it. THE. Also written by James Gunn, who also wrote Guardians of the Galaxy, Creature Commandos. Heard that's
Very
really
good
good. Also Peacemaker, writer for that.
Also very good.
The music in this film is composed in tandem with David Fleming and in tandem with John Murphy. David Fleming did the Last of Us TV series, or streaming series, Guardians of the Galaxy. John Murphy did The Suicide Squad and Kick-Ass.
That's such a good movie. I miss Kick-Ass, dude.
Kick-Ass was good.
Yeah, it was
Kick-Ass
good.
was Kick-Ass.
The budget for this film was $225 million. Box office currently, when I looked it up, it is around 22.5 million. It's definitely a lot more now before as the night is going to end, is projected to hit, I think, 140? Either 140, 115.
What time did you look that up?
Like 2 hours ago.
Okay.
Yeah. 2 hours before this recording,
Currently
which is
10:46 p.m. on the Eastern Seaboard at the time of this
2 hours
recording.
before
just so you guys know.
9:46, 32, 33 p.m. Central Time. Those use Central Timers. We're not gonna talk about bumfuck Mountain Time, but it'll be 7:46, 43, 44, 2 hours before then. In the West Coast. This movie has a runtime of 2 hours and 10 minutes. 10 minutes.
It didn't feel like that at all.
Definitely not. Where you are gonna feel are these fun facts. Devin, can you take the first fun fact?
Yes, I will. But there was an update per the Hollywood Reporter.
Okay.
I just want everybody to know, as per 7:47 West Coast, Best Coast time, Superman is currently sitting at 55 million.
Ooh,
Per the Hollywood
okay.
Reporter.
Pretty good.
It is on track to finish the weekend anywhere between 130 to 150 million.
That's good. They said go
Ooh,
woke,
good
go
to
broke,
know,
but
good to know.
we're rolling in dough, baby.
Yeah. I'll hit this first fun fact. Personal trainer Paolo Meschetti confirmed that David Cornsweet gained 40 pounds of muscle prior to filming. Quote, David had been working out intensively before I met him, and he's naturally a very lean guy. He's 6'4", but we wanted to put more bulk on him. He probably went from 200 to 240 pounds, but some of that mass will be shed as he continues to tone up. Interestingly enough, Christopher Reeve went through a similar routine back in the late 1970s when he portrayed the character.
Mm-hmm. Shout out Christopher Reeve, man. R.I.P.
Mm-hmm.
OG Superman.
Sure.
Xander, can you take the next fun factoid?
Oh, yes, sir. The inclusion of Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner marks the 7th time that Fillion has appeared in a film directed by James Gunn, continuing the tradition of the actor making an appearance in every one of Gunn's films, owing to their pair's long-term friendship. This is actually something that I've always loved about James Gunn, is the fact that, because I'm a huge Nathan Fillion fan, so I know if James Gunn's name is attached to something, I'm gonna see my boy Nathan.
Yeah, Nathan's
in it,
gonna be in there. What a sick guy, man. Shout out to Nathan Fillion. I'm gonna take the last fun fact here. Will Reeves' cameo in the film was reported in July 2024 last year by Cleveland's local newspaper, The Plain Dealer, with it being shot during exterior filming that was underway in Cleveland's public square. Reeve, the youngest child of former Superman Christopher Reeve, was only 3 years old when his father was injured in the accident that left him paralyzed. In his appearance in the movie, Will Reeve plays a TV news reporter in real life. Or is a TV news reporter, and in real life, Reeve is a television correspondent for ABC News.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Well, we gotta cut into this meat of a movie, big movie meat right here, slicing it very, very
I don't know. Hold on.
thick
Pause.
chunks.
I don't know if I like that big movie meat. That sounds weird.
You don't
That's a
like
working
big movie
title.
meat in your mouth?
Whoa. Hey, whoa. Hold on.
You ever been to those
Dude,
dine-in like movies you
I am
order
known
food
to
in?
be a glizzy guzzler. I am known to be a glizzy guzzler myself.
Yeah. Well,
Glizzy Guzzler 5000.
Mr. Glizzy Guzzler, what are your thoughts on
5000.
a Superman? A Superman.
My thoughts?
Yeah. You
Yes, get
no,
Glizzy
the
Guzzler.
guy behind you.
Oh, that's a tongue twister.
There's someone behind me?
Listen, we've had that here with my daughter sneaking up behind me.
Like,
But, okay, so don't mess with him.
That shit is hilarious. Guys, I'm just gonna say it's flat out. I enjoyed this film. I had very low expectations for this film until about 2 weeks ago. Um, Not that I wasn't excited to see it. I just had low expectations per uh, our previous DC movies that we've gotten under the Warner Brothers umbrella.
mm,
But at the same time, I have trusted James Gunn because I think James Gunn makes really good movies, even with his Superman horror film he tested years ago, which I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's called Brightburn, where he had it was a movie he made when he got fired from Marvel, actually,
ooh.
back in the day, um, over the whole Twitter controversy.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, this is a Superman movie. This is what we've been needing. Um, I just want to tell every Zack Snyder fan to shut the fuck up because there is so much hate going towards this movie for no reason. Absolutely no reason. Because I'm going to say it right now, Zack Snyder is not a good filmmaker, and I will die on that hill.
Yeah, fuck
James
Zack
Gunn,
Snyder.
fantastic filmmaker. Fantastic. Not saying everything is perfect, but fantastic. This is a comic book movie, man. This is a DC comic book movie, and I thought that David Cornsweet's portrayal of Superman was just and Clark Kent was just right on the nose. It's exactly what we've been missing. Henry Cavill did a great job, but I'm sorry, David Cornsweet is doing it better already. The writing, the colorful nature of this movie, the set pieces, the there was so much going on, but it was all put together so well. It all made sense, right? It didn't feel like we were jumping to place to place to place with no explanation of what's going on. Like it was easy for me to follow. The action sequences were great. The writing was good. The quips were good. The morality of Superman is there, and we've been missing this for so long. It's taken Warner Brothers so long to just let somebody make a Superman movie without too much studio interference, and James Gunn fucking did it.
Mm.
I loved this movie. 110% loved this movie. Um, the let's see here. Sorry, I gotta look up the cast listing just to get everybody's names correctly here. I probably should have brought this up earlier. Um, the chemistry between David Cornsweet and Rachel Brosnahan was perfect,
Yeah.
I thought, especially for a Clark and Lois romance. And the way that they went about this romance, it felt like it meant something, you know? It felt like there was a stakes between them as individuals, you know? The love story was there, and it wasn't forced, but it put a smile on your face, you know what I'm saying? Like, in certain parts of the movies, and really, also made you feel for them too. Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner, great. Like, honestly, fits the role very well. Very well. Alright. Justice Gang. You look really funny. I think that's a cool name. Oh, you're in.
Mm.
You know? Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor is the best Lex Luthor we've gotten since Smallville. Um, Fuck that weird ass Jesse Eisenberg portrayal we got. Like, that shit sucked. Like, this is he did a great job. I believed in his character. He was evil, he fit the part. He was younger. That this is a younger Superman who's still he's been Superman for 3 years, and Lex envies him. And you believe in that envy. You believe in Lex Luthor's character. Um, yeah, I like this movie, man. I like this movie. I don't know what else to say. I see some people saying that it's messy, but I thought it was easy to follow. I thought it all made sense to me. I don't know if I have a bias for, growing up watching DC animation or reading comic books, but it was all there. We got a kaiju fight with Superman, which was a reference to him fighting Godzilla in the comics.
Mhm.
110% James Gunn put that in there. James Gunn's writing shined in this. It really did. And the cameos that we got in this movie were just so good. They were so good, and I actually cannot wait to see where we move forward within, James Gunn's new Gods and Monsters DC universe, because the stage is set, and I like that we didn't do another origin story, just like how Marvel skipped the origin story with Spider-Man. To hell with origin stories with these popular characters. We've seen it done dozens of times over the years. We don't need them anymore, and this just proves it even more with this movie. Great writing, great character development, great chemistry between the characters. Mr. Terrific stole the show. Loved it.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I agree. I agree. But I want to hear the thoughts of it's Xander. Xander, what did you think of
Hello.
Superman?
So, in a nutshell, really, to quote an older gentleman that was at my theater by the time the final post-credit scene finished, he stated, "They got it right." And I think that really surmises this whole thing because and not to put any shade on Zack Snyder, because I personally I appreciate what Zack Snyder was trying to do with his version of it, because I do believe that there is a place for a lot of different Elseworlds kind of stories involving these characters. But when we're talking about the true origins and like the OG origins and of these characters, I think this is probably by far the closest we've gotten to a true depiction of who Superman is and what he stands for. Um, but before I get to that, I do want to talk about the movie as a whole. The overall plot felt very palatable. Um, it felt relatable and it felt hopeful, which is, I feel, something that we need more of in movies nowadays, because we tend to see a lot of movies that deal in great tragedy, movies that really just pull at our heartstrings, which are there is good storytelling in that, but a lot of times, especially when it's done over and over and over again, you kind of have this sense of, like, everything's so dreadful, but this film gives us a superhero story that ends up making you feel great in the end. I left the theater just feeling just with a bright smile on my face. I was I genuinely felt good about the world, because if there are more people, yeah, I mean, just the simple fact that there are people behind this movie who made this movie for other people to feel good, then I know that there are other people out there that are not like just trying to just put a damper on everything. But the plot altogether, it felt very well thought out. It was very concise. I honestly don't understand the comments that suggest that this film was messy. I think that any messiness was purposeful and paid off very well. Um, Now, I do have some grievances with some altering of source material. Um, but it's like it's a personal bias because at the end of the day, it serves the overall narrative of this film, and it does so in a way that no matter who's coming into this watching it, like it makes sense. It makes sense. In terms of the characters, I gotta say, I don't think that there's a single character that felt weak. I think everyone knew their part to the fullest extent and did the absolute best. The standouts, definitely Mr. Terrific. Um, I know I'm gonna butcher his name. I know I'm gonna butcher his name. What is it? Why is he so low on this list here? Uh, I had him earlier.
The guy that was in
Jesus.
X-Men First Class, right?
Yeah, Edie Gathegi, Gathegi, Mr. Terrific. He honestly stole the show, and weirdly enough, it wasn't necessarily like emotional because his character was very void of emotion, but it was timing. Timing was everything with him, and it was just on point. Um, Going back to our main characters, David Cornsweet and Rachel Brosnahan, you touched on their chemistry together. It was. I have no doubts that in real life, these two are at the very least like great friends because their chemistry together was just immaculate. Even when this isn't necessarily a spoiler or anything like there is an extended interview scene between Rachel Brosnahan and David Cornsweet's Lois Lane and Superman slash Clark Kent, to where it's very interesting to see how David Cornsweet almost plays this third persona because you have the Superman persona, you have the Clark Kent persona, but then you have this third Clark basically that is essentially playing in the individual that is opposite someone who knows that he is Superman and Clark Kent, and how he kind of lets down the veil of Superman while still retaining some of his Superman ideals, but also just being kind of just Clark, which I really enjoyed to see how he could manage those three roles technically. Which I mean, this man, if correct me if I'm mistaken, but I believe he graduated from Juilliard. And it takes a Juilliard level actor to pull that off. Um, where was I at? Yes, the another thing that I wanted to touch on was the overall effects of this movie were when I first saw the initial trailer, I was a little skeptical at first because it looked a little cheesy and campy in a way with like the flight and everything, but as a whole, it made it feel like I was actually seeing a comic book come to life. And I think that's what we need more of because overall everything that takes place in this movie, there are certain moments in this movie where it's like, well, that wouldn't fucking happen in real life. Well, no shit. none of this would happen in real life. And I think that's something that we as an audience have kind of forgotten after pretty much ever since Christopher Nolan's take on Batman, and then all the studios were like, "Oh, we got to make superheroes grounded." This movie has no problem making things weird, and I think we need more of that because the source material is weird. They are comic books. They are cosmic. They are mystical. They are fantasy. It's not supposed to completely make sense all the time. It's cool when it does make sense in a realistic way, or like a scientific way where you can kind of theoretically make up some sort of explanation for these things, but ultimately this would never happen in real life. So let's lean into it. And this movie leans into that comic book like aspect and honors it in a way that I don't think we've really seen done in quite some time.
Yeah.
Um to kind of wrap this up, I genuinely enjoyed this film much more than I had expected. I've actually been doing a pretty good job of basically about a month out from these films. I try and stay away from all interviews, behind the scenes looks, extra like exclusive clips or anything like that. So I was genuinely surprised by a lot of the stuff that took place in this film. Um, but yeah, no, I genuinely was thrilled at how this movie turned out, and I genuinely cannot wait to see more from this new era of DC movie adaptations.
Yeah, yeah. I do want to point out is you briefly mentioned it. Actually loved the flying cam because it was really
It
good. It
grew
was
on me. It definitely grew on me. It looked weird at first
Mhm,
and just did that one shot in the early trailers, but then, seeing it put into practice,
mhm.
essentially, and throughout the whole movie, it made sense to me and it felt right.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mentioned it earlier, like Mr. Terrific stole the show. I did want to elaborate on that a little bit. That whole scene at the camp was just aura farming to the max. Like
Oh yeah.
it was so
It was a
good.
badass scene, man. He's
And
just zipping around
dude,
doing
it was
crazy
so
shit,
good.
bro.
I don't need your help.
Also,
I'm goddamn Mr. Terrific.
yeah. Also, Pruitt Taylor Vince as Jonathan Kent as
Dude,
a father. I
emotional
loved
hammer, bro.
Martha and Jonathan Kent. Oh my god, were they just the
That
best
is
Kent parents ever. Like, s
that is one thing I forgot to mention, is the fact that showing how his parents were and how supportive they are of him, and how
Mhm,
just there was just, it was just so wholesome. And that's another, real easy way to kind of describe this film, is that this movie is ultimately wholesome. And
mhm.
and my gosh, I really do hope that this is a beacon to future films that are just altogether wholesome, that can be for adults but also wholesome at the same time.
Yep. Also, did you guys catch who they casted as Jor-El? Did you catch who that was?
Yeah.
Yeah, for
I don't
grab.
we're not gonna
Well,
throw that out here. That's a major spoiler in my opinion.
I mean, I'm not gonna say the casting or anything, but, like, I saw that and I was like, "Makes sense. It makes sense."
Well,
But
if
yeah.
that's the case, you should check out who Superman robot number 5 is.
Oh, I know exactly who that is. Also makes sense.
And Superman robot number 1.
Yeah, yeah. Um,
Yeah, pretty much everyone
Also
except Chris Pratt. Weird.
yeah, yeah, it's crazy how that goes.
Oh,
Also,
that
this
actually
this
might.
was released before. This ties in line. This information is all already out there, but I did wanna put out, the connection, between, Monster Commandos and,
Creature
this
Commandos.
movie. Creature Commandos, sorry. Frank Grillo as Rick Flag,
Yep.
senior.
Yep.
Um, yeah, this casting was
General
already
Flag.
announced, before the movie. But it makes me really interested to see the crossover in the live action between Creature
Mm,
Commandos and this, um,
yeah.
and this universe moving forward, and that crossover already being there in our first live action movie that we're getting out of this universe too.
Yeah. One last thing that I forgot to mention, though, Nicholas Holt's Lex Luthor was phenomenal, but I think it to me, it felt even more impactful, his performance, knowing that he had originally auditioned for the part of Superman
Mhm.
and didn't get the part. So it was almost like it felt as though that he could kind of like use a little bit of that as to channel some of that energy into the role, because like
Mhm.
you said, he was this envious
Mhm.
genius
Yeah.
Mhm.
that was essentially acting out of fear from such a powerful individual, and
Mhm.
wanted nothing more than to stop this individual and showing that he is lesser than this person. Um,
Mhm.
so I thought his performance as Lex Luthor was top notch. And
Yeah.
I honestly I personally couldn't have asked for a better introduction to this new era of DC movies.
Yeah. And Isabella Merced, I thought she was fantastic Hawk Girl. Like, honestly, like, I thought she did a great job. Well, I'm not Superman. Oops.
Mhm.
Dude, the
Not Superman.
screaming, the fucking
Yeah.
the screaming as Hot Girl, dude.
Yeah, that
that
Yeah.
that
shit
was
was
really
sick.
sick.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that man. I mean, you guys kind of basically hit every point. This is a we're so back moment for DC films, live action films. Superman is everything you would want in a comic book adaptation into a movie. Um, Superman has felt more Superman than ever before, and not to slight Henry Cavill's Superman, I think he looks as a really great Superman, but man, dude, David did an incredible job. Everyone in this cast did an incredible job whenever on screen. The banter with each other, the quips, the humor. That's just James Gunn writing right there. And I'm so glad he got the keys to the to the car to drive this movie home and direct this movie the way he wanted it to, because it really feels um, it hits all the marks for me. There's like emotional lows and there's triumphant highs. Like Superman is now very likable, charming, and just full of love and appreciation for mankind, and that's what you'd want in Superman. He's a beacon of hope for those people in Metropolis and around the world. Um, I will say, I will mention, because I don't think we've either any of us have really touched on it. Um, Before the movie, there was like some people talking on Twitter, basically saying it's like a immigrant film, or it's very pro Palestine and anti Israel, and I can assure you that it is, and it's not just for engagement. It's not just for like just to get people in seats. It's actually woven into um, the the story of this film, um, and it plays a pivotal role. Um, and it is very pro Palestine, anti Israel. So if you got any issues or worries about that, or you have any issues, go fuck off. But if you had any worries about it, it was just a pro Palestine or like anti Israel, just for the views, just for the clicks. Um, you don't have to worry about that. They've done it really well. Xander.
I will say it's not like very outright pro Palestine, anti Israel. It's one of those things where it is a oppressed country versus a very well endowed country
It's
going head to head.
it's not
That is one
Israel
of
and
the
not
subplots.
Palestine coming together. That's basically it.
Yeah.
It's a not Israel and not Palestine conflict, but it might be Israel and Palestine in a different
It
world, maybe our
essentially
world.
in a way it changes the names, but the narrative is still the
Narrative
same.
is the same. It's
And
you if you understand subtext and you have critical thinking skills. Even if you have 50% of critical thinking skills, you're able to pick it up because it is part of the story. It is woven into it's something that Superman cares about. It's something that the other main characters care about. It's part of the story, whether you like it or not. But it's told really well. It's done really well. I'd say. Um, and it is definitely a big fu to all you motherfuckers online and are out here and about, especially during this administration. um James Gunn just said fuck you, and I'm backing him on that. But without all that talk, this movie is great. It's paced really well. I didn't feel like anything was out of place. We got from one place to one place to one place. Every scene had a purpose. And it didn't feel like anything was left out. I didn't leave the theater thinking, oh well, that could have been better, or I wonder what happened to this or that. Everything tied in really, really well. And the only question I would ask myself after seeing it was like, oh, what's next? What's next for this character? What's next for this character? This thing that we saw. Um, and it's leaving me wanting more. And I'm so glad that DC has bounced back with this. This is a we're so back moment, and I hope this movie sees a lot of success.
Yeah, and for anybody that that message bothers, um, if you grew up with the comics, animated shows, or any of the other movies, and you don't understand how, um, you know, Superman is literally the story of Superman is the story of morality and how to be a good person. And if that message went over your head and you don't like that the message is to be accepting of other people regardless of how they look, what their gender identity is, or what their sexuality is, or any of that, country of origin, planet of origin, then you just missed the whole fucking point of Superman. Like
Yeah,
110%. If you don't understand that, then you were
yeah,
never a DC Comics
and you can
fan.
go watch the movie and enjoy for what it is, but understand that that story is a direct line. It's not like some hidden subtext. It is in your face, and you gotta recognize what James Gunn and the people who make this film are trying to say. And before we get into our ratings and stuff, we also have Garrick joining us. He's gonna join us a little bit late. And now it is Garrick. Garrick, how you doing, my friend? His light just went off.
Come on. Why you got
His
to
light-
do me like
His
that?
light-
Like literally, come on.
Great
come on.
timing.
He's in the dock.
dang, man.
It's
Come on.
incredible
Oh, there he
timing.
is.
Come on, man.
And there goes.
What's happening?
Very incredible timing.
Garrick needs
Oh.
some coffee.
Yeah.
He's
Well,
over here
Garrick,
bucking at his light.
Garrick, what are your thoughts on a Superman?
Man, I fucking love this movie. Actually, quite a lot. Obviously, I missed your guys' thoughts because my 90-minute nap turned into a 4-hour one. But hey, what else is fucking new? I apparently, if you tell Google to do something, sometimes you also have to do the secondary process of confirming the thing you set it to do. So I told it to
Listen,
set an alarm for
after
90
your
minutes.
last text
and
to
it
me,
didn't
I was
do it.
getting worried. I was telling these guys like what your last text to me was, and then there's
yeah.
no
That
response.
wasn't
I
a
thought
great
you
place
went
to leave a
over to
gap.
your brother's apartment or something like that, and something happened. Well,
Nope.
like I'm a paranoid guy. Okay,
Just had a wee headache. Just had a wee headache. Devin.
okay.
Devin.
I love that you get your beauty sleep, and I'm envious of your naps, but maybe naps before shows or your
Dude, it
that's
shouldn't
your
have
kryptonite.
even been an issue. It shouldn't even
I
been an
know,
issue. It
but
was
I
so
think
long
it-
before the thing.
I think it's your kryptonite.
Dude, it might be. just fucking had such a bad headache, and I didn't want to record with a headache. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted in life was just a headache-free recording. Apparently I asked the
Ibuprofen, man.
universe for too much. Dude, sometimes ibuprofen is not significant enough.
Yeah, I agree.
You could
with
get
him
the
on that.
acetaminophen and ibuprofen combo.
I didn't know
Anyways,
that was
I
a
fucking
thing.
overslept. What else is goddamn new? But yes, my thoughts on Superman. I really love Superman. Just in a very, very general sense, actually. I thought this was probably the longer I think about it, the more it's like the most comic book movie that's ever comic booked, right? Like it's really just like it. I've never seen a movie be like, we're not going to hold your hand and you're going to love it, and then just let you go and just be like, welcome to the DC universe. You're already very familiar with 80% of these guys. Let's do some cool shit for the next 2 hours. And then just does it. And it rolls together with a weird ensemble cast in a not so Justice League movie that is kind of a Justice League movie, but isn't a Justice League movie. Well,
It's a Justice Gang
also
movie.
It's the Justice Gang
Justice
movie.
Gang movie. Yeah, but I'm saying that's why I'm saying, it's not a Justice League movie, but it is a Justice League movie. The Justice Gang is a horrible fucking name. Sorry, Gardner. It is literally the
Cool.
worst.
I think it's a cool name. Can I be on the team?
Yeah, you'll get to join the team. But this was a movie that if you spend too long looking at it on paper, there's no way this is going to film and not look like nonsense. And then you film it and you're like, all right, the plot's a little fucking nonsense. It's really all over the place. It actually begs you to try to tear it apart at some points. But the film just kind of works. Despite it being a weirdly disconjointed plot, in the sense that like it's just trying to fit in a lot of pieces in a very staunt like runtime, and it succeeds. Gone are the days where I think we can acknowledge that we don't need to have origin stories for every sinle fucking superhero ever.
Yeah.
Like we just don't need to do it. We don't need to do that shit, man. Like comic bookers they're familiar with these characters. We know their origin story. And like, now I'm not saying we don't do origin stories anymore, right? Like there are heroes that deserve them. But they're just as much so. Like, I think we're getting to the point now where like everybody that's really interested in seeing these characters on screen at least has some knowledge of these characters prior to them being on screen. And I think James Gunn has kind of perfected the fact that like, hey, I fucking, you guys read the comic book. I know you read the comic books. Like, let me do you a favor and just like, we're gonna skip the middleman and we're literally gonna start in the middle of the action, quite literally. Like the movie doesn't even open with an action sequence. It opens with like a little like a text rundown. It's like it's like 3,000. It was like 3,000 years. Yeah, 3 centuries,
decades,
three decades, 3
years,
hours,
3
3
months.
minutes. Yeah. And then it's like 3 minutes ago, Superman got his fucking ass beat. And then you see it.
Really great
right?
way
And
to
then
intro.
it just takes off from there. Yeah. And honestly, like I think that shows a side of Superman that people just aren't used to. Like it's very, very comic book. Like I'm so grateful for this film because it course corrects some of the fucking irreparable damage that the Injustice franchise has done to Superman. Because those no, not even just Zack Snyder. I'm physically talking like the Injustice games. Those games did irreparable damage to Superman as a character.
Yeah. Well, they were based on comics, though.
Yeah, but unfortunately, that doesn't fucking matter to the individuals playing the games. They just saw super edgy Superman, and Zack Snyder was just like, "That's going to be the Superman in my games." And I really think like that level, that the edgy dark Superman and like alternate and like Flashpoint Supermans are why we have had so many bad Supermans. And this version of Superman was just so refreshing. And I actually, I think, I'm sorry, I love you, Henry, but I think David was meant to play this role in the same way that RDJ was meant to be like Tony Stark or Iron Man. Like he holy shit, he
Yeah.
was Superman. Like he really did, like down to the fact that like he wasn't the biggest buffest guy on the planet. He I don't need extra jacked Superman. Like, but at the end of the day, he looked exactly how I would picture Superman as a real individual. Like he was believable as Superman and as Clark Kent. His mannerism changes and everything else was fantastic. On top of it, all of the other castings in this film were absolutely stellar, down to every individual that had the smallest role. Like no
Jimmy.
character felt wasted in any capacity. Down to the character that quite literally saves Superman out of the hole in the ground. Not wasted character. And
Molly. Yep.
yes, thank you. His character was not wasted. I actually wish I knew his name. I've been watching him for many years. But the actor who plays Jimmy Olsen is fucking unreal, dude.
Skylar Gisondo or Gisondo.
Yes, Skylar Gisondo. It's really weird for me because I was telling Xander about this. I've been watching him since he was young Sean in Psych, like so long ago. And to see him go from being, you know, just a flashback representative of another character that I loved in a popular TV show to like his own standalone TV show, becoming the son in the Santa Clarita Diet on Netflix. Now to like he's had like the most natural career progression. You're just like, oh, good for you. You went from like doing this to doing like a bit TV film, and then you got like a solid part in your own TV, and now you're doing movies. Fuck yeah, like you did the thing. You're an actor. And like honestly, he killed it. He killed it as Jimmy Olsen. I loved him as Jimmy Olsen.
The fact that James Gunn has stated that they are playing with the idea of having a Jimmy Olsen spinoff, like, yes, dude, give Skylar this show, like, please.
He deserves it. Like he really did. He was just like, honestly, like I was surprised by the amount of like scene stealing going on in this movie. It happened quite a bit. And that's just because everybody was just so well cast in their characters. And everybody had like this shining moment that kind of stood out that made like they're like, oh yeah, this is like a defining trait of kind of who this character is, without like beefing it up too much or like making it like something that it wasn't. Like Hawk Girl got like a really cool moment. They're just like, yep, nope, she ain't Superman. You know, Guy Gardner had like really proved that he is an incredible, like, even though he's an asshole, he's an incredibly strong Green Lantern, which is accurate. He's a strong Green Lantern in the comics. He's just such a fucking dick. You would almost rather deal with the problem than him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they captured that. Nathan Fillion did an excellent job of playing that bastard in a bull cut. And like, it was great. I think my favorite character, though, aside from David Cord Sweat's Clark Kent and Superman, was absolutely Mr. Fantastic, though.
Mr. Fantastic. Terrific.
Mr. Terrific,
Dude, that's
sorry.
2 weeks from now. That's 2 weeks from now, man.
A little too early.
Yeah, sorry, I'm a little, Mr. Terrific.
Dude, I'm with you on this, Garrick. I'm with you on this 100%.
Yeah, Mr. Terrific.
The amount of aura farming Mr. Terrific does in this movie.
Yes, Mr. Terrific was so fucking entertaining.
T-spheres.
Every single time.
Circles.
T-spheres. Circles. Yeah. Every time he talked, he had like something funny, intelligent, or interesting to say, and like he hit it like quotable on every level every time. Definitely the most quotable character from the entire movie. You brought that dog, man! Like,
you brought that dog, man! Is that a flying dog?
Is that a flying dog? This is why you don't over a goddamn pocket dimension.
Yeah, speaking of crypto,
pocket universe,
by the way, I didn't bring this up earlier, but I thought Crypto was fantastic, actually, and I love how
Oh yeah,
like
none of us touched on Crypto.
he was such a shithead, and I loved it. I loved every
And you
second
know,
of it.
and you
It
find out the
makes
reason why he's a
sense.
shithead at
Yeah,
the end of
because
the film.
James
Yeah.
Gunn's dog is
And
a
you're like, oh,
shithead.
you're like, oh, that tracks. Like,
Oh
this
yeah,
is-
it was based on James Gunn's dog, who had
Yeah.
notably he was just real quick. I actually saw this briefly. Shout out to New Rock Stars. Eric Voss does an amazing job breaking down lots of Easter eggs. But he had mentioned that the characteristics of Crypto were based off of a rescue dog of James Gunn that has been known to tear up his shoes, tear up his house, just get all up in everything and just make everything a mess.
Yeah, his rescue
yeah,
dog's
you know,
name
no.
is Ozu.
Ozu.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah. But like, yeah, even down to the CGI, like Crypto was like a very like important part of the film. I did kind of mention that to Xander. It's like I just, as somebody who's watching films a little bit more critically these days, Crypto was like the only odd part of the movie to me. And just from a plot point, if you look at the plot of the film too long, you're like, this movie literally doesn't need Crypto in it at all on paper, but it quite literally doesn't work without him. So he does ultimately end up, he is a fluffy scene stealing plot vehicle that you'll only if you watch too closely, you'll realize he is a plot vehicle, but he is a great one. He is a good plot vehicle, but a plot vehicle nonetheless. Yeah, I think there's a lot to love there. I think it's just interesting that we finally got, James Gunn has a habit almost of taking less known or not non-typical comic book characters and bringing them to life. And he almost never misses. And I do believe that this is another one of those. In my opinion, I loved this just as much as I loved James Gunn's The Suicide Squad. And like, even though the plot is a little bit messy in some points, there were so many comic book scenes where like I either got like a little choked up or there was actually I don't know about you guys, but like there was actually like a scene towards the end there where like my chest got a little tight. When like there was like certain conflicts going on between two borders and a flag was raised, I like my fucking like the air left my lungs for a second, like when that happened. And like there was that moment, and then just like the literal moment where like he was like front and center and it was just rays of sun, and I was just like, I've literally fucking seen this panel in comic books my whole life. And like and they fucking can't. I felt overwhelmed. Like I was just like, oh my god, that's fucking Superman. And like I really felt like it was actual straight up movie magic. There was like 3 scenes specifically where like in that movie where I was just like, oh my god, that's fucking Superman. Oh my god, that's fucking Superman. Oh my god, that's fucking Superman. And like literally anytime the sun was involved, I was just like, let's fucking go. Like it just like those god rays literally like absolutely sucked me in full immersion 100%. I thought this was the best way we could have returned to DC. Handing James Gunn the reins to this was absolutely the rightest of right calls.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, man. You were basically hitting everything that we were talking about. We talked about some more stuff, but yeah, basically all of us are in consensus that we thoroughly enjoy this film. But we gotta give the people.
Oh, Xander had his hand up.
Oh, Xander, sorry, I didn't see.
We do have a write-in.
I thought I was just gonna do that, Xander. Man, fuck! I was gonna transition.
Let the man do his job.
Listen, Xander. This is his show, not your show.
I'm sorry. It sounded like he was going into the rating, I didn't want to.
Ernell's write-in has a rating in it, so I was like, I'm gonna say Ernell's write-in. He has his rating, and then we do our ratings.
Okay, my
There's a
bad.
method to
My
my
bad.
madness.
My
Sit
bad.
down, Xander.
Yeah.
Man, this is
Sit
why
down.
this is why you don't open pocket universes, man. Fuck. It's a T-sphere. It's a T-sphere.
Hey, I
It's a
got it.
T-sphere.
Circle dimensional.
Right?
It's
Can you just
intuitive.
do one of your
The controls
circles?
are intuitive.
I don't need your help. I'm goddamn Mr. Terrific.
The controls are intuitive.
I'm just doing this to piss Green Lantern off.
Shout out Mr. Terrific, man. This is Ernell's
I
official
feel like that was the only time he
write-in,
smiled in the entire movie too.
official review of a Superman. This is from Ernell. He's a write-in. All he says is, boys, I don't even know what to say. It isn't perfect, but this movie kicks so much ass. We're fucking back, baby. And he gives it a rating of 9 out of 10.
That's his writing.
That was his whole writing.
Yes, that was his whole writing.
That's his whole
That's
writing.
amazing.
That's his whole writing.
That's amazing.
Honestly,
Wow.
It's amazing.
Honestly, though, I said that in a very long-winded way.
Yeah,
To be-
He
to be
probably just
quite
summed it up
frank.
for you.
It's surprising. It's really surprising though. I think he might have kept it short because he knew that there's going to be 4 of us tonight.
Yeah.
But
More than likely.
it's
But
surprising
I'll be
because
honest.
Ernell is usually the
He usually
most
has, like,
in depth out of all of us.
he has a whole transcript.
Yeah,
He
Dude,
trusted
him
us.
and I walked out
I'm
of the
pretty
movie
sure he.
last
I'm
night.
pretty sure he.
We walked out of the movie last night, and we were both like, "So when are we seeing this again?"
Yeah,
That's what
Whoa.
we said
Oh,
to
yeah.
each other.
Oh yeah,
as
I'm
we
seeing
walked
that.
out.
I will be seeing Superman a second time.
It's funny because I mentioned. I think I mentioned to you guys that I've become cool with one of Lydia's friends' father
Mhm.
because he's into a lot of the same stuff that we're into and stuff. And he had mentioned he was like, "Hey, listen, man. Anytime you want to catch like Superman or like Fantastic Four, yo, hit me up." And so I mentioned to him a few days ago, I was like, listen, I have to watch it for this review, but if you're wanting to watch it sometime soon, I'm definitely down to watch it again.
Did you guys
so
talk about how like Lex is the fucking biggest hater in this
Dude,
movie?
he's the biggest,
He's
man.
the
He's the
one
biggest.
hater, dude.
biggest
He-
fucking hater.
He's a Hall of Fame hater, dude. He's definitely in the
He's
first
an
ballot,
ant with a smirky smile.
dude.
Dude, like troll levels of hate, and I don't want to
Bro,
say why
his-
or how
okay.
because it gives.
Oh, yeah.
The
It was
scene,
troll
the scene
level.
when he goes up into that fortress.
shit.
He's just walking with the sunglasses. Shit's just flying by him. He just knows. He's fully calculated. That is the best depiction of Lex Luthor. He's calculated, cold, cunning. He's not cold, but he's
Oh,
he's
dude.
cunning, dude. He's
I will
fucking-
say it is.
That into like the fact that he was just like, you thought my motivation was this? No, it's really this. Fuck you.
Yes.
Well, so it felt, and it kind of goes along with what we've kind of all been echoing from each other, is that this movie is unabashedly comic book,
Yeah.
right down to the monkeys, and I'm not going to elaborate.
Yeah.
Like,
yes.
Monkeys.
Yes.
It is-
No. That is
it-
such an apt description.
and it honestly it backs up what I said earlier with it does not shy away from its comic bookedness, if you will. It is
Not at all.
it understands that it's not going to be, it's not going to make the most sense because it shouldn't make the most sense. It's based off of a fucking comic book, and just give us what we want. More comic book, but on live action. And it embraces the essence of comic book lore and fantasy and mysticism and insert adjective here. Like it is 110% like what I want from a comic book adaptation.
Absolutely, dude. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
So Ernell gives it a 9?
Yeah, gave it a 9 out of 10, man. So let's go into our ratings. Devin, starting with you, man. Should the people see this right away, and what would you rate it?
I think people should absolutely see this movie right away. It is filled with hope, and the message of the movie is 110% heart. This is a 9 out of 10 movie. Go see Superman.
Oh yeah, go see a Superman, says Devin. Xander, what do you
Yes, sir.
rate this movie, and should the people go see it right away or not?
I'm gonna flip that and I'm gonna say yes, you should go see it right away. This movie 110% stands for truth, justice, and a better tomorrow. And fuck you, Fox News. This movie, I would say personally, is an 8.5. There are a couple of things plot wise that I feel personally that I wanted to see more of, but it is a strong 8.5.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Garrick, should the people go see this movie straight away, like right now after they listen to this? And what would you rate it?
Absolutely. I think any comic book fans, specifically DC fans, need to get their asses in the theaters. This is like the complete rebirth and retrajectory of the DC universe and film universe. It is set up for a really, really bright tomorrow. I think this was as this is coming as a fan of Man of Steel, just as a film. This is probably, I think, the single best Superman movie ever made. And I think David Cornsweet channeled all of the good from every actor who has ever played Superman in the past. But holy fuck, did he really understand Christopher Reeves as a Superman actor?
Mm-hmm.
And this was a treat. I think that this is a 9 out of 10 also.
9 out of 10. A 9 out of 10. Okay. I think you should have seen this movie yesterday because, whenever this review comes out, you should have seen it yesterday because this is an incredible film. You should go see it. Take your grandma, go see it. Go see a Superman. I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10 as well. So it brings it to a GK consensus of a 9 out of 10. I believe, if my math is correct. Boom! Explosions. But yeah.
Yeah, when you have me, I bring the Shipwreck Show cannon with me. So
yeah, he has the cannon, and make sure you don't get hit because this has been 20,000 Films Under the Sea, your choice for all the nerdy pop media news, reviews, and discussions you want each and every week. If you want some of the behind-the-scenes action, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, you can head on over to patreon.com/goodkrakenpods. That's GOODKRAKENPODS, where you can get exclusive content, discounts, and merchandise.
exclusive.
And have early access to episodes before they go live on podcasts and video services, wherever you like to watch or listen.
Listen.
And never forget to join the GK community on our Discord channel by clicking the link down in our description section below, hitting follow and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Then subscribe to our podcast channel by searching 20,000 Films Under the Sea. That's 2 with 4 zeros after it, and leaving a review there. We have to get on going, but until next time, it's T-Sphere, goddammit. T-Sphere.
Super shit.
Hashtag super shit.
Lois, that one specifically irritates me.